Gave me what? 15. Now I'm going to times these. What does that give me? What's 5 times 3?
15.
15 roots of what?
2.
Hey, if I have 15 roots of 2 minus 15 roots of 2, what happens to them?
0 roots.
They all go away. All the roots go away. And it will every time because I'm multiplying by a what? Conjugate. See how I did the opposite sign? That made them so that the opposite signs added to 0. That's why I do that. But I still have the last terms. What's 5 times negative 5?
Negative 25.
Negative 25. So I've got the 9 times the 2 that came from the first terms. And all I have to do is times the last terms. And that's going to be this right here, every time. So I've got 18 minus 25, which is negative 7.
Okay.
You agree with that? Okay. Now how about the top? I have to distribute the what? 3. Can I go to the inside though?
No.
No, it has to stay outside. 3 times 3 is? 9 roots of 2. And then minus what?
5.
5 times 3 is?
15.
15. I can't reduce that because 7 doesn't go into 9 or 15. So I'm done. Okay? That's my answer. Everybody okay with that? Okay. So we're gonna do all of these right here. So Carson, what do you think I should multiply top and bottom by on this one?
So 2 and 5, right?
I'm gonna do what?
Oh,
2 roots
yeah,
of
2
5 and then
five.
what?
Subtract 15.
Minus 15.
And then
Very
what?
good.
And then
Is it hard to know what to times by?
No.
No, it's just the opposite sign. It's
And then
really
what did
easy.
you do on top too?
But I have to do it on top also. 2 roots of 5 minus 15. Okay. On the bottom, really, am I going to multiply everything?
Yeah.
No. I'm only going to multiply the first terms.
So that's 4.
4 times what? What's root of 5 times root of 5? 5. 4 times 5 is what?
20.
20. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
So I took 2 times 2 on the outside, outside to outside, inside to inside, root of 5 times root of 5 becomes 5. 5 times 4
It's 20.
gave me the 20. That's the tricky part. Then the outside and inside are going to cancel. I have to take 15 times negative 15.
Negative 30.
And that's got to be on your calculator. It is not negative 30. Do not add them.
Sorry.
Multiply. 15 times 15 is huge.
Negative 225.
Yeah, this is huge. Negative 225. So I end up with what on the bottom? Now I add them. Negative 205 on the bottom. Everybody with me on that? The bottom's done. I always do the bottom first, now I do the top.
20 and negative
I've got to distribute on the top. 20 minus 225. That's how I got that.
Okay.
Okay? Now I'm going to distribute on the top. What will I get? Carson, what will I get? 6 times 2 gives you
12.
12 roots of.
5.
Okay, and then minus 15 times 6, you'll have to do that on a calculator. 15 times 6 is?
Wait. 90.
90. Now, you may say, well, hey, that 90 and that 205 might reduce. I could, but the problem is I can't reduce the 205 into the 12. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you can't divide it into both, you can't divide it out. Okay, so leave your answer like that. Okay? All right, next one.
Wait, it's still one more of those, count.
Yeah, we're going to do all these that are on the board.
Yeah,
And you're going to do an assignment with these same type.
Oh, crap.
So you better be ready to do the assignment the same type. So if I was you, these are the hardest ones. Do these with me and write them down because guess what? You're going to be asked to do 10 questions of these in 2 seconds. And you better know how to do them. So I would do these with me. Okay? So, Amelia, what should I times this one by top and bottom?
3.
This one.
3.
3 times 5?
What should I times this by? 3. I don't think she can see it.
3.
Roots of what?
5. Plus.
Plus
7.
root of
Root of 7. Negative
7.
No, just 7.
It's positive because I want to do the opposite sign.
it's supposed to go like this.
So 3 roots of 5 plus what?
7.
Root of 7. Don't forget the roots. Okay. Mason,
Yeah.
what do I get when I times these two together?
15.
So no,
No, 9.
because 3 times 3 is,
9. Oh, I thought it
it's 9 times what? 5 times, or square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5. He did just 3 times 5, which would have given him the 15, but it's actually 3 times 3 is 9
So then that goes
times
to
the 5,
45.
which is what?
45.
45. Okay, so that's the first terms. Then you don't have to care about the outside and inside, but you do have to carry about the last terms. What's negative times a positive? Negative. What's square root of 7 times square root of 7?
49.
Square root of 49, which is
7.
7. 45 minus 7 is? What's 45 minus 7?
38.
38. That's the bottom. Top. Oh, wow. Hello. Mess. Yes, I have a mess. Okay? This one's going to get kind of ugly because I have to distribute all of it. So this one, and they're not conjugates, are they? So you're going to have a lot of different roots. This is going to be a little hard to do. This is why I would do this one with me. When you get to the other ones, it's going to be similar. So I'm going to distribute to each term. Again, remember, outside to outside, inside to inside can multiply. So the square root of 3, does it get multiplied to the 3?
Yes.
No.
Wait.
The square root of 3 gets multiplied to the square root of what?
Oh, 5.
5. Outside to outside, inside to what?
Inside.
Inside. Okay, so
That's
Trey, what will I
15.
get? I'll get 3, because 3 times 1 is 3. And then root of what, Trey?
15.
15. Very good. Okay, but then I have to distribute it to here. Are those both outside or are they both inside? Both inside. So what's square root of 3 times square root of 7? Plus square root of 21. Okay? All right. Ashton, what am I going to get when I distribute here? Now I got square root of 5 times square root of 5. That's going to be what?
5.
Square root of 25, which is
5.
5. Okay, I got 5 times 3, but it's a negative times a positive, so that's what?
Negative 5.
Negative 3 times 5,
15.
15. Okay, now I distribute my last one. So I got to distribute the 5 to there and the square root of 5 to there. Are those both under the root, this square root of 5 and that square root of 7? They're both under, so what's square root of 5 times square root of 7? Square root of
35.
35. Are any of these like terms?
Yep.
No. 35, 21, 15, 15 outside the root.
That's
None of them are like terms. So just leave it like that. That's your answer.
Okay.
Okay? Because none of them will reduce, none of them combine because there's no like terms. Okay? Let's do this top one. Okay?
Okay.
Brittany, what should I multiply the bottom by?
3 times 5,
3 roots of
2.
2 plus
Roots of 5.
root of 5. Don't forget your roots with it. Okay, a lot of kids though are going to do that. That's what I'm telling you. I'm warning you. A lot of kids are going to forget to put the root with it.
Then you have to put it
You've
on
got
top.
to put the root with it, and I've got to put it on top. Okay? So Isaac, let's distribute this one to here. Let's multiply those two together.
That's
What will I get, Isaac?
59.
9. Very good. 3 times 3 gave him the 9. And then root of 2 times root of 2 gives him
2.
2. 9 times 2 is
18.
18. So I've got 18 so far on the bottom. But what am I going to get on the top? Ricardo, what am I going to, or sorry, what am I going to get in the last terms, Ricardo? Those two. That times that.
Roots of 25.
Negative times a positive is a
Negative.
negative, and then I'm going to get root of 5 times root of 5 is
5.
root of 25, which is
5.
5. It's going to be just 5. What's 18 minus 5? 18 minus 5 is?
13.
That's the bottom. Let's do the top. Okay? The top is distributing. You got to do outside to outside, inside to inside. Laurel, what will I get when I distribute to the first term? What am I going to times together?
53.
5 times 3 gives you 15, but then I'm going to have root of 2 times root of 2 is?
Root of 2.
What's root of 2 times root of 2?
2.
2. 15 times 2 is?
Is
30.
30.
Everybody agree with that? Okay, that's the first term. But I have to distribute to the second terms. So, okay, let's go with Cody.
That's
What's
10.
5 times what? What am I going to times this 5 by? There's nothing in the front, so we're going to times it by what?
2.
1. So 5 times 1 is
5.
5, and then inside to inside, 2 times 5 is
10.
10. I'm going to leave that under the root. I can factor tree the 10, but will it do me any good?
No.
No, because it won't have a pair. So this is my answer. I'm done. Okay? Your goal is to not have a root where?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. I don't care if the root's on the top, but I can't have a root where?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. That's why when I have a binomial with a root, I've got to multiply by the conjugate. That's the key. So Evan, what will I times this one by? This last problem. 3 roots of 3, and then what?
Subtract 7.
Minus 7. Okay? Anytime you see something with a root that has 2 terms, you just times by the conjugate. Conjugate's easy. Okay? All right. Let's see. Who haven't I asked? Shaylee? What will I get when I multiply these 2 together?
I don't know, I can't see.
Oh, okay. That's bad.
I'll do it.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So then we go. You gotta put it on top.
Well, no. I'm multiplying it.
Oh,
So
that's
3
nine.
times 3 is?
9.
9. And then what happens with root of 3 times root of 3?
3.
That's 3.
And
9 times 3 is?
27.
27. Okay. Now let's do the outside terms. Again, inside and outside aren't going to matter. The last terms
Negative 49.
are what get multiplied together. That's negative what?
49.
49. Do that on the calculator. 27 minus 49. Somebody do that on the calculator for me. 27 minus 49. That's the bottom.
Negative 28.
Negative 28. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a trick here.
No, it's negative 22.
Is it negative 22?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you a trick. Watch. I'm going to do 3 roots of 3 minus 7. But watch this trick right here. If you have a monomial, a single term, if there's a number in front that will reduce with the constant that I got on the bottom, do it. It makes your life easier. It makes it smaller. So does 2 and 22 reduce?
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of negative 22, it's going to be negative what?
11.
11 on the bottom. And this 2 goes away. I don't have to distribute it. See, that makes your life way easier. If you have a monomial with something in front of the root that will reduce the bottom constant, because they're both on the outside, do it before you distribute it. It'll make your
So
life
then
easier.
that 3.
Now, the only thing I have to distribute is the root of 3.
Right.
So root of 3 times root of 3 is actually what?
3.
3 times 3.
9.
3 times 3 is 9. And then I got minus 7 roots of 3. How come I just have minus 7 roots of 3? Well, it's 1 times what? 7 gave me the negative 7. Root of 3, there's nothing to times thereby, so it's just root of 3. So that's my top, is 9 minus 7 roots of 3. Can't reduce, I just leave that as my answer. Okay, here you go. You might want to take a picture of this, or you might want to write it down. Not this, not this. This is the assignment. Okay, zoom in. Can you make sure that there's a picture of that on the video? Just kind of make sure that they have that. Well, I'm just saying, you can write it down too. You can write down all. This is your assignment. So this is what you need to do.